So I did my CELTA in 2004 at West London College, and the thing that I remember most about it is that it was incredibly hard work, but I made amazing friends with the people that were on my course. The staff were really supportive, and I met great students for the first time I'd ever taught. It was really, really great experience. Since doing the CELTA, I became a language teacher, and I did that for quite a long time. I've now moved into higher education and online learning. And when I'm designing online courses, I still use those basic principles that I was taught in my CELTA course. It shapes my work today. It was a really, really fantastic course, and I had a great time doing it.
I did my CELTA course in June 2013 at West London College, and I remember it as a very, very hard month. It was an intensive course, so I did it over a month, and it was really, really hard work. But at the same time, it was a chance for me to learn how to teach English. And thanks to this course, I could really discover my passion for teaching and teaching English. And I remember it as a very good experience also because of very experienced and well-trained teachers, and so it was an amazing experience for me. And after that, I immediately found a job as an English teacher in a small language school in London. And after that, after a few months, I was back at the college, West London College, but this time as a teacher. So I started to work as an EFL teacher in the language school. Now, having relocated to Italy, I'm still in the EFL world, but this time in an Italian school. So I'm teaching teenagers, and so I will always be grateful to the CELTA course I did, because it really taught me and trained me to be a good English teacher.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I did my CELTA at West London College in Ealing. And probably that's why my main memory of the course is the beautiful setting of the campus. It is situated between two lovely parks, and one of them has got an elegant Japanese garden. During lunchtimes, we would often go and spend our time there. What I enjoyed the most were the short teaching sessions in the afternoon. I think this is where your teaching style really starts to emerge. You're learning from your colleagues, and they're observing you as well. You feel very comfortable about experimenting and making mistakes. And then you've got very supportive teaching staff who are very happy to help you to overcome your weaknesses as well as to develop your strengths. The CELTA helped me to gain more confidence in front of the classroom. Although I already had a degree in English language and linguistics from an English university, it was this hands-on experience that really helped me to overcome my insecurities. The CELTA also made me think a lot about the language in general and how people from different cultural backgrounds are interacting between each other. So after the course, I've applied for master's degree in intercultural communication and education. Currently, I've been admitted to a PhD program at Durham University, and I will continue my studies in this area. I would highly recommend the CELTA course at West London College to anyone who is seeking to enhance their teaching skills and gain a better understanding of teaching methodologies.
Hello, my name is Layla. I'm a teacher at Ealing, Hammersmith and West London College, and I did my CELTA training back in 2003 at the Hammersmith campus. My main memory of my course back in 2003 was wondering how on earth we were going to teach English to people who spoke different languages within the group and not use their first language to help them understand us. And I remember watching our tutor come in and teach us a lesson in Greek, and it was perfect. He was a master. And lo and behold, we were learning Greek, and he never used English once. And all the different techniques and the imagination behind it really inspired me. After the course, I got a job at the college, and then I decided I wanted to experience the world. And I went travelling and taught various groups, different groups around the world, different types of English. So business English or little children, exam English, and so on. Then I came back to the UK and started working at the college again. And they allowed me to do the Delta again at Hammersmith campus. So the next step up. And from there, I developed my skills further. And I was able to progress professionally. So I was able to get experience as a manager of the department, guide other teachers, and gain more experience teaching specialist courses. Yeah, and still having a really good time teaching and meeting people and making friends from around the world.
I did my CELTA in July 2012. My main memory of the CELTA course is my first TP. I had to teach vocabulary. I will never forget how petrified I was standing in front of the students. But in the end, everything went well. After the CELTA course, I became a member of the EFL team and I started teaching the evening course at the college. At the moment, I'm still teaching at the college, both morning and evening classes.
Hello everyone, my name is Nigar. I did CELTA at West London College in 2018 during spring and summer. It was really tough, very challenging, but at the same time super productive and amazingly useful. It reshaped and formed my teaching skills, all the thoughts about teaching, and it was really very useful for me. The trainers, the atmosphere was amazing, and I regretted why I didn't do it earlier. So during CELTA we worked hard, and we were really challenged hard, but now I'm seeing the results of it in every part of my work. And even before finishing my CELTA, I had already found a job as a teacher, and now I'm working as a teacher in Foreign and Commonwealth Office, teaching diplomats the languages, and I use all the kinds of experiences and knowledge that I gained in CELTA within my classes, and I am thankful to everyone who had a role in shaping us, in teaching us and training us, and this is a wonderful experience, and I would recommend it to everyone who wants to be a teacher to start first with CELTA. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Karen. I did my CELTA course at West London College between April and June 2018. The teachers there were very supportive. From my CELTA course, the most memorable memory that I have is that teaching is about eliciting. Once I finished my CELTA course, I was invited on a 2-week work placement to Hungary to teach a group of teenagers. Once I returned, I worked across London at several language schools. Currently, I am working for a company called Dada ABC, which is based in China, and I teach children online between the ages of 5 and 15 years old. I enjoyed my CELTA course very much, and I would recommend it to anybody who wants to undertake it.
I did my CELTA course on the 2nd of July till the 27th of July, so it was the 4-week intensive course. And during this time, I would say that my main memory would be teaching comparatives and superlatives, because it was the lesson that I thought I would struggle most on, but it actually became the most memorable lesson for me because I managed to apply the techniques I'd learned in previous lessons, and I'd felt like a proper teacher at that point. I managed to get everyone involved, and I was very proud of myself after that lesson. After the CELTA course, I researched places that I wanted to visit, places that I wanted to teach in, and right now I'm currently working in a nursery, but I hope to teach in Europe next year, and after that year, hopefully in 2 years' time, I get to travel in Asia, such as Philippines, Malaysia, South Korea, and teach English there.
Hi, so I finished my CELTA in October 2016, so about 12 years ago. My memories of CELTA, the actual course, was it was very intense, it was very busy, it was full on. I enjoyed doing the kind of theory-based class stuff, but it was really fun to teach. That's the bit I remember the most, the actual having a go and actually teaching real students. What did I learn? What did I get from it? I learned how to plan, where to find a starting point and how to unpick the grammar and the skills, and then to actually deliver that lesson and work through a lesson with the students. After the course, within about 3 months, I got a teaching job in Istanbul. So I moved to Istanbul for about 9 months, where I ended up teaching business English because I came from a business background. So that was quite fun. So I did a lot of one-to-one tuition for business leaders in Istanbul. After that, I came back and did my PGCE. So I decided to do a further qualification in teaching. So that was, I think, in 2008. I qualified from that, and I've been teaching in London ever since as a primary school teacher. So the grammar side of what I picked up in my CELTA has actually been very helpful in teaching English to my younger pupils as well.
Very difficult, but it's the most fantastic exam I've ever had. It has enabled me to become a very good English language teacher. I hope it has helped me to become a very good English language teacher. I'm actually using it back inside Moscow and have the opportunity. So once again, guys, and everybody who would like to pass this exam course for English language, I would really recommend you to do it. It's going to change your life. It's difficult, yes, for sure, but no success really comes without hard work. Sarah and the entire team, and the place where we learn is the most fantastic place. Ealing and West Hammersmith, it's a fantastic place to learn. We started our day at like 8:30, around about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I went home quite late, around about 8 or 9 p.m. In the night because of the workload. But it's only for 4 weeks, guys. I mean, it's only for 4 weeks. It's not difficult. You can do it, and it's going to change your life. Really, I really tell you, it's going to change your life. It's going to change the way you think, and you teach people how to speak in English, and you can use it all over the world.
Hi, my name is Ian, and I'd like to take just a couple of moments of your time to tell you about my amazing experience studying for the CELTA qualification. In 2011, while I was still working for a large multinational company that at the time was involved. Hi, my name is Ian, and I'd like to take just a couple of moments of your time to tell you about my amazing experience studying for the CELTA qualification. In 2011, while I was still working for a large multinational company that at the time was involved in the construction of the upcoming London 2012 London Olympics, I decided to also pursue a goal which had been on my mind for many years, and so began a CELTA course. I found the course being offered at the Hammersmith campus of Ealing, Hammersmith and West London College, and after trawling through the many options online, I decided that the college seemed to offer the best course to suit my situation, allowing me to work full-time and still study in the weekends or at the weekends and in the evenings. I have fond memories of the small group of like-minded souls with whom I studied at Hammersmith. They were a friendly and lively group. In fact, I'm still in touch with many of them, and it was partly this, together with the excellent teacher trainers, that made the learning experience of such great value to me. It was very hard work, and you have to be prepared to study at times when you might otherwise, to be honest, fancy sipping on a frothy cappuccino with your head in a good book. But the rewards are well worth it. Having gained my qualifications, I continued in full-time employment, but began to search for ways of gaining experience in the UK, as my family situation at the time would not have really easily allowed me to have worked abroad with the qualification. I was fully prepared, therefore, to volunteer as a teaching assistant if necessary, but in fact I managed to find work almost immediately, in the October of that same year in fact. I'm quite certain that my CELTA qualification was vital to obtaining teaching hours in a respected organisation in London. After a year or so, I resigned from the other full-time work to concentrate on what had now become my absolute focus, teaching. I've been fortunate enough to work in many areas of business during my career, and even more fortunate to have enjoyed almost every single aspect of them. But nothing less than CELTA could have prepared me for the amazing and life-enhancing experience I have gained over the past 6 years. My story has brought me full circle, back to where it all began, as I have been working here at Ealing, Hammersmith and West London College now for more than 5 years. The camaraderie I enjoyed at the start has now translated into invaluable mutual support at work, and when I consider the genuine affection for and friendship with my colleagues and students, I can honestly say that CELTA provided the springboard for me to enjoy my true vocation. If you are listening to this and hesitating in any way about CELTA, let me move to one side on this springboard so that you too can take a leap and dive right in. You won't regret it.